we carry the stories we carry because of our past. And the stories become who we are. They are in our internal life. They define us. They become our sense of identity. And we pass this on, we carry this on from the past. And so if we carry the hate, the sufferings of my parents, if I carry them into my children, then it is passed on. And so when we speak about memory, it's not the kind of memory that you remember such and such happened. It's more a representation of what happened in the past, and how do we come to embody that memory. It's passed on through narrative. And so the TRC, the importance of the TRC, you mentioned the word what's possible. The importance of the TRC is really to open up the possibility, the world of possibility. My work now has sort of transcended the conversations I started through the book for this reason, that now I am beginning to think that I realize from this work that what is important is for us to just create the space. And once you create the space, something unexpected emerges from this space. People, when we worked on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, people would say, I want to see the perpetrator. And people would not even know what they want to do. We would ask, what are you going to do? They don't know. They want to see the perpetrator. But it occurs to me that this really is what people need, even today. They need acknowledgement. The TRC made us confront this important fact that acknowledging wrongdoing is important, but we need to go beyond acknowledgement to actually feel a sense of accountability. And that's what is missing in South Africa now. There is the problem of failing leadership that doesn't really have a vision to uproot people from the doldrums of poverty. People came to the commission, they testified, but they still carry the trauma. And now it's 21 years later. Some of these people are children of the people who were killed, and their lives have not changed. And so the importance of the TRC is for us to remember that what were the important aspects of the TRC? One was acknowledging wrongdoing. Secondly was accountability. The third important one was the responsibility to give people opportunities that were denied in the past, so that the generation that comes after will remember, will not forget. We'll say we forgive, but we'll not forget, we'll remember. But they need to remember differently. They need to say, now our lives have changed. Because there was a turning point in our lives have changed. What is happening in South Africa now, most white people are in denial. And part of the denial is that it's a fear. They don't want to face the shame and the guilt. It is there, but they're afraid to face the shame and the guilt. Now, when we had the TRC, there was a sense of invitation for people to feel the guilt, but then, in a way, to rise above the guilt. Now, there is so much else that's going on. The space is no longer what it was before. White people feel that they don't want to admit anything. They didn't benefit from apartheid. Black people, in contrast, feel their lives have not changed. They're still living in poverty. And so where does this put us? It put us as a place where we look back to that past of the TRC and say, this was a moment that gave us hope. And what was it about that moment that can inform our going forward? And so while some people might say the commission failed, I would say absolutely not. It did not fail because we saw what was possible then. People really engaged. There was really a sense of hope in the country. We're looking up to some possibility. And so if people who are looking at the TRC to see what they can benefit, they can look at that idea of what's possible, what can emerge, what are the unexpected moments that emerge. But we shouldn't forget that that is not enough.